When wake up and when wake up and when. Good morning. Hey, this is your girl, Dr. Najuma. Now, you know that we are, um, this is our morning Wake Up and Win show, and so glad to have you on with us this morning. And so very thankful to be able to share this space with you all today. Um, I'm back at the Win Wall, at the Wake Up and Win Wall, so that means I'm going to tell you a little bit about our story about Wake Up and Win. So, when I started doing Wake Up and Win, and it began to like evolve into this thing that turned into more of a business or its mission. I don't want to say business. There's a business aspect, but it went from being a personal mantra to a movement. That's what I'm looking for, movement. And I remember being at an event with another friend. I remember being at an event with another friend, their event. And at some point during the evening, um, he and I took a picture together because it was his event and we were at his step and repeat and we were taking a picture. And and he shared with me that part of why um, he was able to do what he was doing is because he had seen me step out and do what I was doing, and that it kind of just rubbed off. And I'm not saying I was the only influence, but he was sharing that part of why. Mess with me. Part of why he was able and moving out and doing the things that he was doing is because you know, he had seen what I was doing and it encouraged him and inspired him and so on and so forth. I bring that up. And so part of what has kept me going, the momentum to continue to grow and push and let Wake Up and Win evolve um, is because what I recognize is that in being around other people who are also allowing their light to shine in this way, or allowing their light to shine in whatever way they feel called, right? That has helped me to maintain momentum. So as I was inspiration for my friend, a friend of mine, his light and other people like him have also been an inspiration for me. And so I remember thinking while we were at the Stepford P taking pictures and videos and all that, like, whoa, I'm so glad to be in this space with him and other people because this is the energy I need to be around, right? Why do I bring that up? Because all week we've been talking about releasing fear and not allowing fear to stop us. And so today I want to lean into courageous connections because so what I'm learning is that when I allow my light to shine, it inspires, encourages others to let their light shine, right? And then when they let their light shine, it in turn helps me to maintain momentum to keep my light shining, right? And what I want to offer to someone is what's going to be important in us releasing fear is to be around other people who are releasing their fears and living in their light, living in their purpose, living in their dream, living in their mission and momentum, living in their movement. To be around people like that who inspire that, who are living in their courage. And what that does is that it feeds you, and in turn, you do the same thing for others. And so I want to let somebody out there know that your struggle with fear and not living in your full light and living in your full possibility and potential and not going for it does not only diminish you, but there are people that you are supposed to inspire and encourage. If I hadn't done my thing, it's possible that my friend may not have been encouraged and inspired to the degree he needed to do his thing. Now, I'm not putting the full weight of his success on me. I'm just saying that part of what my purpose was in doing me and letting my light shine is that it inspired him. And I've been told by many other people who see me continue to push out, wake up and win, and then having the win experience this coming Sunday, which I'm really excited about. It invokes in them that they can do it too, and that they should do it, and that the thing they want to do, they step out and do it. So when you allow fear to hold you back, when we allow fear to hold us back, we're also holding back the opportunity, the potential, and the power to help, influence, impact, inspire, encourage somebody else. And so, what I want to encourage is for all of you, all of us, to lean into courageous connections, people who are also living in their courage, and be connected to them. This is also how we release fear. How we get out of our fear is by being around other people, being connected with other people who are living outside of their fear, who have decided to let go of fear, who have released fear, who have said, bump fear, and they're living in their dream, living in their purpose, living in their mission, living in their momentum. They're living in their greatness, living in their excellence, living in their calling, in their purpose, their destiny, living in their courage, whatever you want to call it. And they're saying and they're saying yes to all of that. Those are the people that we need to be connected to, because it is in those connections that we also release the fear. It's being connected with those kinds of people that are doing it, that want to do it, that give us the energy, the push to also live outside of our fear. You and I've said this before, can only go as far as fear will allow us. So if I'm afraid to a point, that's where it stops. Fear caps us, and it only allows us to go so far. And so part of what we have to do in life is to push past the cap, actually knock off the cap, destroy the cap, and live way beyond the cap. And being connected to the right people can help give us the energy, the inspiration, the encouragement, the influence, the motivation, the guidance, even the instruction to live beyond our fear and to live in our full potential and full light. But it comes through being connected to the right people. You cannot be around people who are afraid of their own shadow, afraid to try, afraid to go for it, afraid to put their best foot forward, afraid to step out, afraid to take the leap, and at the same time say, I'm going to fully live in my light. We are influenced by who we are around. And we will either be influenced in the way to live beyond our fear, to live outside of fear, or we will be influenced to be afraid. And I want to encourage you today to be intentional about being around people that will inspire, encourage, motivate, influence, impact, guide, instruct, push, nudge you beyond your fear point. I want to encourage you to be intentionally connected to people who are also living beyond their fear point, who have pushed the cap of fear out the way and said, I'm going for it. You've got to be around those kind of people. You have to be connected with those kinds of people. And I call them courageous connections, because these are people that are living courageously, that are living outside their fear. They'll push fear out the way, and you are connected with them. And I understood more clear part of my role when I was in front of my friend Step and Repeat at his event. And he shares with me what I do helped inspire and encourage and motivate and influence him. I'm not saying I was the only one. I know I wasn't. I'm not saying that it was just me. I know that's not the I know that's not the case, but it was part of it. It was part of it. And so we have to be connected to the right people. And I don't know who those people are for you, but I know we've got to get connected to the right people. Got to get connected to the right people. If you are only around people who don't believe in possibility, who don't believe you can, who speak against your dream, who speak against your ideas, who speak against what you're trying to do, and not because they mean you any harm, but they just can't see it because they're too afraid, those are not the people that will help you thrive. Those are not the people that help you get out of fear. Gotta be around some people that are doing it. You gotta be around some people that deeply desire it and are going for it, even if they're fumbling a little bit along the way. They at least are out there on the field trying to catch the ball and make the touchdown. Football players, hang around football players, not those who are sitting in the bleachers. And some of us are hanging around people that are sitting in bleachers, too afraid to play, when really you need to be hanging around folks that are on the field who are ready to play, who want to play, who have a passion to play and play hard. So I'm going to ask this question. Who are you connected to? Who are you connected to? And the people you are most connected to, are they helping you live outside of fear? Are they helping you push past your fear? Are they courageous people? Are they saying to you, no, don't be afraid of what they may say, this might happen, that go for it? Or are they saying, yeah, I wouldn't do that either. You may not make no money. What if it fails? Whatever. Mm-mm. Who are you connected to? And listen, we're all going to have an element of folks in our lives who don't believe. That they're in our families, they're in our networks, they're in our work environments, but you don't have to be connected to them day to day. They don't have to be the people speaking into your ear every day. You may know them. They may even be in your family. You might see them at family functions and gatherings, but these are not the people you consult. These are not the people that you talk to about your ideas. Who are you connected to? And if you ask that question and you cannot think of 3 to 5 people that you're connected to that are living courageously, then you need to get some new connections. Period. Then you need to get some new connections. And so part of why I'm doing the WIN experience is to bring together 40 or 50 women who are living courageously, who want to live courageously, and put them in a room together so they can inspire and encourage and influence and impact, motivate, push, give momentum to each other. So that everybody in the room can identify another woman who's living in her now, ready to ignite, who's ready to ignite now, who's going for it, who's living in it, and so that way there is connection being built. So that's why we're doing the WIN experience, to put people of like-mindedness in the same room. Yeah, who are serious. And I believe the people that have registered, who are coming, and if you haven't registered, you should do. The link is in the description below. You should come to. If you haven't registered, you should come to and join us. Join us. Because you never know. You never know who you might get connected to that'll help you move into your thing. Amen? So, who are you connected to? Who are you connected to? That's what we want to invite you to think about. Who are you connected to? Get connected to the right individuals. Get connected to the right folks. Get connected to the right people that are also living in their courage, living beyond their fears, and living into their light and their dream and their ideas and their goals. 1,000%. And even if it's not all figured out, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have it all figured out today, but we have to at least go for it. Have to at least go for it. So who are you connected to? And if your connections are not, there are not enough people in your group that are living courageously, then you need to get connected to some folk who are. Environments matter. And I'm gonna end on this. Mama told me a long time ago, birds of a feather flock together. No truer words. Now, I didn't understand it when I was a little girl, but I got it. As I became an adult, birds of a feather flock together. Eagles soar with eagles, period. Hawks soar with hawks, period. Pigeons hang out with pigeons. So if you know you're an eagle and you're hanging out with pigeons, something's wrong with that. It just is. It just is. Doesn't mean you can't respect the pigeon, but if you are an eagle and you know you're an eagle and you are hanging out with pigeons, you are living way beneath your potential and possibility. And you have to find some eagles. You got to go find some eagles. Who are you connected to? Listen, y'all, thank you for being tuned in to another episode of the Wake Up and Win Show. And today we've been talking about courageous connections. Who are you connected to? If we've been talking all week about releasing fear, getting out of fear, and really living in faith and living into our possibility. So if you've missed any of that, go back and watch the other segments. But for today, I want you to do two things. Number one, like, share, and tag. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. Like, share, subscribe. Number two, if you're a woman and you're interested in the WIN experience, and WIN for this experience is an acronym for Woman Ignite Now. If you're interested in the Woman Ignite Now experience, there is a link below in the description. There's a link below in the description. Go ahead and click it, register, and come and join us. Register, and you'll get a confirmation email, and then I want you to come and join us. All right? So y'all have an amazing day. And listen, you know our mantra. In addition to wake up and win, wake up and win, wake up and win, we say it 3 times in power. We also want you to get up, get out there, and go win. Get up, get out there, and go win. Y'all have a great day. We out. Peace.